The hearing of Flagship Investment's reference against former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif had to be adjourned today as neither Sharif nor his counsel Khwaja Haris Ahmed turned up. Judge Malik expresses his displeasure. He says accused cannot simply skip a hearing at will. The Chief Justice of Pakistan says Prime Minister Imran Khan needs to have his Banigala property regularized. Justice Mia Saqib Nisar remarks that those guilty of illegal construction in Banigala will be fined. He also orders the removal of encroachments on Kurang riverbed. An accountability court reserves its verdict on National Accountability Bureau's plea to auction absconding suspect Ishaq Dar's assets in Pakistan. After hearing the anti-graft body's arguments today, the court reserves its verdict on the plea. Chief of Army Staff General Qamar Javed Bajwa chairs 214th Corps Commanders Conference at GHQ. According to Inter-Services Public Relations, the forum reviewed geostrategic environment and security situation of the country, including progress of ongoing stability operations under Operation Radd al-Fasad. Minister for Railways Sheikh Rasheed Ahmed says defeating India required strengthening the railways. The minister says he is proposing the development of an industrial zone next to every major railway station. The Supreme Court orders the Ministry of Interior to place land grab suspect Mansha Khokhar and his sons on the exit control list. The Chief Justice of Pakistan remarks during the hearing that the court will deal with Punjab Chief Minister if he tried to protect anyone. UK Brexit Minister Dominic Raab calls on European Union leaders to start compromising in negotiations over Britain's exit from the bloc as time runs out for a deal to be done. Britain's Prince William plays football with local youths during a visit to Kenya. The Prince misses 3 chances to score in a friendly kickabout before finally netting one. American James Allison and Japan's Tasuku Honjo win the 2018 Nobel Prize for Physiology or Medicine for game-changing discoveries about how to harness and manipulate the immune system to fight cancer. Tens of thousands left homeless as Indonesian authorities scrambled on Monday to get help into quake-hit Sulawesi Island as survivors streamed away from their ruined homes and accounts of devastation filtered out of remote areas. Specially arranged lamp shows to mark the Chinese National Day, which falls on October 1st, illuminated cities in East China's Zhejiang province on Sunday night. French singer Charles Aznavour, who rose to stardom under the wing of Edith Piaf and went on to steal the hearts of millions with decades of haunting love songs, has died at the age of 94. And the first trailer of Hollywood documentary film Rocket has been released. The movie will hit cinemas on May 17, 2019. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. A very warm welcome to 92 News HD. My name is Faik Mahmood. Starting off with the top story today, the 214th Corps Commander Conference was held at the General Headquarters on Monday. The Inter-Services Public Relations said it was presided over by Chief of Army Staff General Khyber Paktoonkhuwa. The forum reviewed the geostrategic environment and security situation in the country. General Paktoonkhuwa praised the intelligence agencies and all law enforcement for maintaining security during Muharram.
General Paktoonkhuwa, the Chief of Army Staff, presided over the 214th Corps Commanders Conference held at the General Headquarters. The regional security situation and national security were discussed in the meeting. The forum also reviewed the geostrategic environment and security situation of Pakistan, including progress of ongoing stability measures under Operation Raddul Fasad. The commanders voiced determination to carry forward the stability achieved through successful counter-terrorism operations. General Paktoonkhuwa lauded the intelligence agencies and all forces towards maintaining security during Muharram. The COAS also informed the forum about his very successful visit to China. The commanders thanked the people of Pakistan for honoring martyrs in a befitting manner on the National Defence and Martyrs Day.
The hearing of Flagship Investment's reference against former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif had to be adjourned today as neither Nawaz Sharif nor his counsel, Khwaja Haris Ahmed, turned up.
Judge Arshad Malik is hearing the National Accountability Bureau reference. The court had summoned Panama Papers Joint Investigation Team head Wajid Zia to record his statement in the case. However, the statement was not recorded as the former premier and his counsel were absent. Judge Malik expressed his displeasure. He said accused cannot simply skip a hearing at will. He later accepted the defense plea of confusion about the hearing schedule and adjourned the hearing till Thursday.
The Chief Justice of Pakistan said on Monday Prime Minister Imran Khan needs to have his Banigala property regularized. Chief Justice Mia Saqib Nassar remarked that those guilty of illegal construction in Banigala will be fined. He also ordered the removal of encroachments on Korang riverbed.
Justice Nisar headed a three-member bench of the Supreme Court hearing a case regarding encroachments and illegal construction in Banigala. The Chief Justice said those found guilty of illegal constructions in Banigala will be fined. He said the Prime Minister should be the first to pay the penalty and have his property regularized. Earlier, the Additional Attorney General submitted a report by Survey of Pakistan. He said the reports by the Capital Development Authority, the Federal Ombudsman and the Survey of Pakistan were similar. We are marking the boundary of the Botanical Garden, the Additional Attorney General informed the court. He also said the CDA will remove all encroachments in the area should the court so order. He said so much solid waste had been thrown in Korang River that the flow of water had ceased. Justice Nisar remarked that besides encroachments, there were the issues of security and environmental pollution. He said the government should resolve these issues. He said those found guilty of illegal construction should pay fines and the encroachments should be removed. The Chief Justice asked Babar Awan, the counsel for Imran Khan, whether the government was doing anything in terms of regularizing Banigala properties. Awan said the cabinet was taking up the matter. Justice Nisar remarked that Prime Minister Imran Khan should have his property regularized unless this had already been done. Further, hearing was adjourned till Friday.
Minister for Railways Sheikh Rasheed Ahmed said on Wednesday defeating India required strengthening the railways.
With advancement in railways, we will defeat India, he told the media in Lahore. He said he had set himself a target of starting 10 new trains during the first 100 days of the government.
हवेलिया से नहीं जाती खंजराब तक और कोयटा से नहीं जाती ये ग्वादर तक. So ये दोनों standard gauge होंगे.
He said economic class fares would be slashed. Also he said the old uniforms of coolies were being brought back.
7 करोड़ पे अपने पैसेंजर ले जाना चाहते हैं और 8-10 ट्रेनों से फ्रेट की हम इनको 12 ट्रेनों पर ले जाना चाहते हैं इंशाल्लाह ताला. और रेल में बड़े अहम फैसले मुतवक्के हैं.
The minister said he was proposing the development of an industrial zone next to every major railway station.
The Supreme Court on Monday ordered the Ministry of Interior to place land grab suspect Mansha Kokar and his sons on the exit control list.
The court was hearing a suo motu notice of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf MNA Karamat Ali Khokhar's intervention to block Mansha's arrest. The Chief Justice of Pakistan remarked during the hearing that the court will deal with the Punjab Chief Minister if he tried to protect anyone. Justice Nisar noted that government leaders tended to echo SC sections and observations. The court has already ordered arrest of Mansha Kokar.
An accountability court reserved its verdict on the National Accountability Bureau's plea to auction absconding suspect Ishaq Dar's assets in Pakistan. After hearing the anti-graft body's arguments today, the court reserves its verdict on the plea. The NAB has said Dar, who had gone to London ostensibly to seek medical treatment, has not returned to the country despite issuance of summons and warrants of his arrest. The ruling will be announced at 9 a.m. tomorrow. The former finance minister is accused of having assets disproportionate to his declared income. More news stories lined up right after a short break. Keep watching 92 News. UK Brexit Minister Dominic Raab on Monday called on European Union leaders to start compromising in negotiations over Brexit's exit from the bloc as time runs out for a deal to be done.
In his speech to the Conservative Party conference in the English city of Birmingham, Raab warned the EU against trying to bully the United Kingdom into signing a divorce deal that would undermine the unity of the country.
If the EU want a deal, they need to get serious. And they need to do it now.
Raab said he remains optimistic but told the conference that even if Britain were not to secure a comprehensive deal with the EU, he doesn't think they would seek to punish Britain in a crass and counterproductive way.
Britain's Prince William played football with local youths on Sunday during a visit to Kenya. The Duke of Cambridge also handed out football jerseys from the Aston Villa, the British football club he supports. The Prince missed 3 chances to score in a friendly kickabout before finally netting one. The Prince, who is visiting in his role as the Colonel General of the Irish Guards, joined over 100 soldiers for military drills and inquired on the progress of the training for active duty. The Irish Guards are part of the British military personnel who train within the East African country under the British Army Training Unit, Kenya. During his visit to Kenya, William also launched a water harvester built by the British Army at a local primary school and played soccer with local children. Prince William also distributed shirts and footballs among children. Kenya is the last stop of Prince William's tour of Africa after visiting Tanzania and Namibia. Police shall no longer be responsible for finding the items reported lost by citizens as new rules are introduced in England and Wales. The National Police Chiefs Council on Monday issued a notification saying police will now pay greater attention to preventing crime. Police say they receive around 11,000 calls for tracing the missing things every year. According to the new rules, people will now find their lost items with the help of private websites, which charge £4 for recovering a single item. The new notification will save police 300 hours annually, which it will spend on combating crimes. A cryptocurrency expo will be held in Dubai on November 27th and November 28th. Businessmen from Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Oman, Kuwait, Bangladesh and India are expected to take part in the exhibition. For more on this, have a look at this report made by Syed Mudassir Khushnood.
Addressing a press conference on Monday, the organizers said the exhibition would acquaint the Middle East businessmen with the future currency. He said it would also provide cryptocurrency manufacturers access to people living in or traveling to the UAE. Suhail Al-Zaruni said the government of Dubai always supported innovative ideas.
So to cover, as Dubai is the hub of GCC market, so we have planned this expo in Dubai to bring all the cryptocurrency companies at the same platform, at single platform, to explain about their packages, about the usage of their currencies, so that they can convince or they can market their currency to the consumers and to the investors. So inshallah we are hoping it a very good and very healthy platform for this market also and for the cryptocurrency companies.
But just I want to say that Dubai and UAE is the best place to do something, this kind of thing, like all over the world they have exhibitions, but what Dubai they have exhibitions, you cannot compare. Alhamdulillah. So this is the right place and right things they are doing. And not only this, they are doing exhibitions. I mean, we, Emirati, we will love to support them. And anyone will do anything in Dubai and UAE, any kind of exhibition or any kind of things.
Dr. Umar Farooq said more than 35 cryptocurrency manufacturers had approached him. The organizers said similar expos in Abu Dhabi and other Middle Eastern cities will follow.
Foreign Secretary Jeremy Hunt on Monday compared the European Union with the former Soviet Union. He said Britain would fight till the end of injustice was done to it. Secretary Hunt said the EU would split if it did not give Britain its due in the post-Brexit era. He said EU must reach a fair settlement with Britain on Brexit or get ready for catastrophe. The Foreign Secretary said the EU must learn from history. On the other hand, he sought Tory party support for PM Theresa May's Chequers plan. Hunt said Labour Party leader Jeremy Corbyn's ascendancy to premiership would be dangerous for the country. Michael Spencer, the biggest donor to Conservative Party, said on Monday that the Tories had lost direction and the Prime Minister Theresa May had failed to prove herself a businesswoman. Spencer said that in a bid to win the voters over, the Conservative Party was speaking the language of socialists. This, he said, had greatly damaged the party. He said he did not want to see PM May leading the party in the post-Brexit era. Michael Spencer is in favor of staying in the EU. Spencer said PM May's political future depended on how she dealt with controversy over Brexit. He called attacks and counterattacks by the supporters and opponents of Brexit as childish. More news stories lined up right after a short break. Keep watching 92 News. Tens of thousands were left homeless as Indonesian authorities scrambled on Monday to get help into quake-hit Sulawesi Island as survivors streamed away from their ruined homes and accounts of devastation filtered out of remote areas.
The confirmed death toll of 844 was certain to rise as rescuers reached devastated outlying communities hit on Friday by a 7.5 magnitude earthquake and subsequent tsunami waves as high as 6 meters. Dozens of people were reported to be trapped in the rubble of several hotels and a mall in the small city of Palu, 1500 kilometers northeast of Jakarta. Hundreds more were feared buried in landslides that engulfed villages. Of particular concern is Donggala, a region of 300,000 people north of Palu and close to the epicenter of the quake, and two other districts where communication had been cut off. The four districts have a combined population of about 1.4 million.
A suicide car bombing by Islamic group Al-Shabaab hit a European Union armored convoy in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu, on Monday, damaging one vehicle but causing no casualties, police said.
Emergency service workers carried a body bag at the blast site. Only the assailant died in the blast, which scattered car debris on the ground, including parts bearing the Italian flag. Al-Shabaab frequently carries out attacks in the Horn of African country. The Al-Qaeda-affiliated militants want to topple Somalia's Western-backed central government and impose their own rule based on their strict interpretation of Islam's Sharia law. The European Union is one of the major sources of funding for the African Union-mandated peacekeeping force, AMISOM, which helps defend Somalia's central government against the Islamists.
American James Allison and Japan's Tetsuko Honjo won the 2018 Nobel Prize for Physiology or Medicine on Monday for game-changing discoveries about how to harness and manipulate the immune system to fight cancer.
The scientists' work in the 1990s has since swiftly led to new and dramatically improved therapies for cancers, such as melanoma and lung cancer, which had previously been extremely difficult to treat.
The Nobel Assembly at Karolinska Institutet has today decided to award the 2018 Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine jointly to James P. Allison and Tetsuko Honjo for their discovery of cancer therapy by inhibition of negative immune regulation.
Allison and Honjo's work had both worked on proteins that act as brakes on the immune system, preventing the body and its main immune cells, known as T cells, from attacking tumor cells effectively.
Let us start by a summarizing metaphor. It is all about interference with the brakes of our immune system as a means to unleash this defense and harness it to develop treatment of cancer.
Allison, professor at University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center in the United States, worked on a protein known as CTLA4 and realized during his work that if this could be blocked, a brake would be released, unleashing immune cells to attack tumors.
So, in summary, Allison's and Honjo's discoveries have added a new pillar in cancer therapy. It represents a completely new principle because unlike the previous strategies, it is not based on targeting the cancer cells, but rather the brakes, the checkpoints of the host immune system. The seminal discoveries by the two laureates constitute a paradigmatic shift and a landmark in the fight against cancer.
Honjo, professor at Kyoto University since 1984, separately discovered a second protein called PD-1 and found that it too acted as an immune system brake, but with a different mechanism. The discoveries led to the creation of a multi-billion-dollar market for new cancer medicines. In particular, drugs targeting PD-1 blockade have proved a big commercial hit, offering new options for patients with melanoma, lung and bladder cancers.
Specially arranged lamp shows to mark the Chinese National Day, which falls on October 1st, illuminated cities in East China's Zhejiang province on Sunday night.
In Lanhu Tourism Resort of Langxi City, tourists were surprised by a special lamp show when the night fell. About 100 of traditional festival lamps hung along the Lanhu lake, creating a strong festive atmosphere for the visitors. These handmade lamps were in different shapes, like koi, which represents good luck in traditional Chinese culture, and cartoon figures. In Tongli village of Honshu city, a bamboo lamp festival attracted a large number of visitors. Over 10,000 bamboo lamps made by more than 5,000 pieces of bamboo were lit at the same time, scattering along the roads, rivers, in the bamboo forest. The abundant bamboo resources in this place inspired this special show. The villagers went to the mountains in October and November every year to cut the bamboos in order to make household utensils, some of which have gradually become handicrafts now. This festival aims to develop the local bamboo culture and boost the bamboo industry. In addition, a fair displaying bamboo products like bamboo baskets, boxes and lamps also attracted lots of visitors. The special local snacks also satisfied them.
Thousands of students marched on Monday through the streets of Barcelona, marking the one-year anniversary of an ill-fated referendum on independence from Spain as they called for an independent Catalonia.
Protesters marched through central Barcelona and in front of the Spanish police headquarters of the Catalan capital. They painted the words October 1st, don't forget, don't forgive on the street with white paint. 1 year ago, images of Spanish police trying to prevent the illegal vote using batons, rubber bullets and beating and pushing people triggered an international outcry. Madrid imposed direct rule on Catalonia after it declared independence following the vote. Regional elections later reinstated parties favouring a split with Spain, although the popular vote went to those wanting to remain part of it. Polls in Catalonia showed a fairly even split between those who favour remaining in Spain and those who want independence, as the region continues to be polarised. On Saturday, 6 people were arrested in Barcelona after pro-independence protesters clashed with Catalan right police as thousands joined rival demonstrations to mark the first anniversary of the banned referendum.
More news stories lined up right after a short break. Keep watching 92 News. The first trailer of Hollywood documentary film Rocket has been released. The movie will hit the cinemas on May 17, 2019. French singer Charles Aznavour, who rose to stardom under the wing of Edith Piaf and went on to steal the hearts of millions with decades of haunting love songs, has died at the age of 94, his spokeswoman said on Monday.
He died overnight at one of his homes in the southeast of France. Aznavour sold more than 100 million records in 80 countries, among them She and Formidable. He began his career peddling his music to French artists of the 1940s and 1950s, such as Piaf, Maurice Chevalier and Charles Trenet.
I am and French and Armenian. To separate both is impossible. Like if you put the milk in the coffee, you can't separate them. I'm that. I'm an Armenian name, Charles Aznavourian. And French, I'm Charles Aznavour. And it's fantastic to be able to have 2 different cultures working for you if you want to do something. And this is what I have done. French is my working language, but my family language is always Armenian.
He discovered his talent for penning songs while performing in cabarets with partner Pierre Rochi, with Rochi playing the piano and Aznavour singing. It was after World War II that Piaf took notice of the duo and took them with her on a tour of the United States and Canada, with Aznavour composing some of her most popular hits. Born Shatnor Verinag Aznavourian to Armenian parents in Paris, Aznavour served as the Armenian ambassador to the UN in Geneva from 2009 and was seen and performed at anniversary events marking the Armenian genocide. I am French and Armenian. To separate both is impossible. Like if you put the milk in the coffee, you can't separate them, Aznavour said when receiving a Hollywood star in 2017. The young Aznavour grew up on Paris' left bank. His father was a singer who also worked as a cook and a restaurant manager, and his mother was an actress. Later in his life, fans would celebrate Aznavour for his mature storytelling ability and warbly voice, which, while not considered beautiful, was rich in sensitivity and range. His ability to perform in French, Spanish, English, Italian and German also helped. President Emmanuel Macron was a big fan of Aznavour and sang many of his songs during karaoke nights with friends when he was a student, according to former classmates.
That's all from the news studios today. For more details, you can visit our website 92NewsHD.tv and keep watching 92 News.